Hey dudes, Oren here. Live streaming the NFL honors. It's been a while since the NFC Championship game, and it looks like we're just getting started. We're getting the pre-show highlights here, so I'm here to see how many Lions people will win awards. I actually got spoiled on one minor award that was won, so I just went on social media and it was literally the first thing I saw unintentionally. So, yeah. And I don't have a cover photo for this. I just kind of got back home. I didn't have time to get that going, but I wanted to get on here as soon as I could to get this going. So it's been a while since I've been on here. So we got the Chiefs representing the AFC, 49ers representing the NFC. So that's what we're dealing with. So stand by for the chat. Oh, God. Who's this guy doing the splits in midair? Or is it a girl? I thought it was a guy at first. I don't know. What is happening right now in this NFL program? Stand by. All right, that's the question I posted in the chat. How many Lions people will win awards tonight? I know of at least one. Considering that, I'm going to go over under 3. And I'll give my predictions for each specific award when they're about to announce it, right before they announce it. And that's when I'll make my prediction for that one. Because I thought this through. Last thing I want to do is to jinx anybody. That is until the very, very last second. So, oh, this is like the opening ceremony. People jumping it down on teeter-totters or whatever. It's like a Vegas circus thing going on here. Kind of a welcome to Vegas type of vibe going on here, I guess. So, wow, I have like 5 people in my chat. This must be like a record for me, except for when I get rated. So, not only are Detroit Lions people up for awards here and all that, one of our very own YouTubers that we all know and love, Tom Grossi, is here, and he's nominated for Fan of the Year. Will he win it? I think he probably has a good shot, considering what I know about him. So I hope he does. I'm very eager to see who the host is, too. I know this person has hosted this award show for a few years now, but I've only just watched the award show once last year. That was, I think, Carrie Underwood or somebody? A country singer hosted it, but this person apparently has hosted a couple of times in the past. I see Jahmyr Gibbs in the stands. Oh, that guy in the white looks like Jimmy Kimmel. I wonder if Dan Campbell is actually here. I could see it either way because he's going to have a few jokes his way about the 4th down stuff, which, by the way, like, he does not deserve the crap that he's been getting for that. So everybody just knock it off with that. James, the sports kid. I think Lamar is going to win MVP. Good guess. Good guess. Detroit Lions Pride, you have not missed anything so far. It's just like the opening ceremony, like an opening Vegas dance thing. This appears to be the host, Keegan-Michael Key. So that's who that guy looks like. Now we're getting the opening segment jokes or whatever. Robert, I assume you're talking about Offensive Rookie of the Year. I don't. I'll give my prediction right when they're about to announce it. Because I'm trying really hard not to jinx anybody. Yep, NFL ads. Scripted. Yep, sure. Oh, there's a first Lions jab of the night. I'm a Lions fan, so you knew that was fake. Thank you. You're already making me hate you already. I bet Roger Goodell got the biggest laugh out of that one. For those of you who don't know me, I really like to just assume Roger Goodell is this just evil mastermind sitting back in the chair laughing maniacally as he tries to figure out new ways to screw over the Lions. But NFL gambling suspensions. Five to 1, Cowboys not making past the wild card run. Jerry Jones. Hey, Puka Nacua reference. There you go. There you go, Robert. Here comes the Taylor Swift thing. Oh, Roger Goodell. Oh. Good one. I did not see that coming. The Kelsey mom is there. I wish I didn't, but, you know. Rustin Sierra. Tony Romo, Jessica Simpson. I do remember that. Peyton Manning, Brad Paisley. Okay. Ooh, Panthers joke. Fathers from the Super Bowl. Not bad, not bad. Taylor Swift more playoff games than Bill Belichick. Cut to Robert Kraft. Now here comes the Lions stuff. Cut to Gibbs. Hutchinson. Give it up for the D. Aiden Hutchinson. Jahmyr Gibbs. Yeah, that's Frank. Dan Campbell and the Pride. 1991. Yep. Eminem was just a candy. Yep. Spy 81 years old. I've heard the Eminem candy joke before. All the way to the first half of the NFC Championship. Okay. Thank you. Most expensive conference. Wow. Double Brock Purdy's salary. Lamar Jackson looking really nice. I like his appearance there. Okay, that could have been worse for Lions roasting that sort of stuff. So, a lot of respect for them. More passes to himself for Lamar. Shabloops. Baker Mayfield, he's a comeback player of the year candidate, I think. I think he deserves it, so. Florida to improve their reputation. And Joe Flacco, another candidate. Comeback player of the year. Flacco fever. Vaccinated against Aaron Rodgers. Is Aaron Rodgers even there? Backup quarterbacks. Davis Mills. Jared Hall. Lots of backup quarterbacks. No, you didn't. You did not wear patch Lions games just in case. Spagnuolo is one of Tommy DeVito's favorite foods. Oh, boy. The Giants' backup quarterback's getting in on the fun now. Jason Kelsey's already been there one day, and he's already lost his shirt. Everybody wins. All right, that wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad opening thing. At least Will Smith didn't come up to the stage and smack him silly and cuss him out. What up, siblings? I'm watching this on CBS, but it's also available on NFL Network, and it's also on NFL Plus. So for those of you who watch my content, you know that I like to watch this stuff on my tablet. I have the D-Stream app, which is like DirecTV. My dad was Offensive Rookie of the Year. By tackling them. All right. Offensive Rookie of the Year. My prediction is CJ Stroud for this one. I want Jahmyr Gibbs and Samuel Laporta to co-win it, but Stroud was just so amazing, though. They were all amazing, though. I know Puka Nacua is up there, too. Who do you guys think will win Offensive Rookie of the Year? Let me know in the comments. I know someone in here wants Puka. A lot of them got to catch them all. All these guys are deserving, in my opinion. Stroud, yeah. Bijan Robinson did some good stuff. I don't think the coach he had gave him much opportunities, though. So Bijan's probably the one person who I think is probably in there by default, but he's still a really good athlete, though. CJ Stroud. He's earned it. He really has earned it. It's like he carried his team to the postseason, almost. The Texans had a great defense and great coaching and all that, but, Stroud really deserved it. And, I hoped Gibbs and Laporta would get it because they did really well too, but, I got to be realistic here. Thanks to the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. We love you, man. Thank my family, my coaches. Standard thank yous for getting an award. Ohio State. Yep, definitely Stroud. Glad you're happy about that. He was somebody I paid close attention to in his last couple of years of college football because I legitimately thought the Lions might draft him like back when I thought Goff was a bridge QB, but he proved to be a bit. Oh, Hutch. Buffalo Bills, Damar Hamlin. Aiden Hutchinson just said that. Yes. Hutch is one of those. Out of everybody for the Detroit Lions, Hutchinson is the most likely to become like a celebrity, like outside of the world of sports, in my opinion. He'll host SNL one day. Damar Hamlin's up here to announce. Damar Hamlin was a big deal last NFL honors. Is he announcing comeback player? I honestly missed that part. Oh, it's moments of the year. Moments of the year. Oh, this is when Dak. This nominated. It's that huge Dak touchdown to CeeDee Lamb against the Lions early in that game. That was like an 80-something yard touchdown. Ravens versus Browns. Ooh, Ravens deflected, picked off touchdown by Kyle Hamilton. Jets and Giants. This is the game-winning punt return touchdown in overtime during like week 1. I remember that one. That's the one I would vote for this one. Xavier Gibson. I love a good special teams play. This is one gets my vote. Which one do you guys think will win? Moment of the year. CeeDee Lamb, the touchdown against the Lions. I should have known. Should have known. Micah Parsons accepting award on his behalf, I guess. NFL's trying to troll the Lions. Nope, not going to get in that mindset again. I'm promising. Chad Johnson. Chad Ochocinco. Oh, they're just previewing the next segment of stuff. It's like an outro as they go to commercial break. All right, I'm going to update this in the chat. All right, so, and I'm just doing this just for my reference so that I can go back and kind of see. So far, the offensive rookie of the year is CJ Stroud, and then the next gen stat moment of the year was the CeeDee Lamb, like 80, 90-ish yards touchdown against the Lions early in that second to last regular season game. So, yeah. We're on commercial break. So, plenty more awards to be handed out. Hopefully some Lions people get some. And now they're previewing the Good Morning Football cast, whom I wouldn't be surprised if they were doing stuff in this awards show tonight. And we have NFL Fan of the Year as an award up here, and Tom Grassi is nominated, and he's a Packers fan, and he's out there. So he deserves it, and I definitely hope he gets it. It would be phenomenal if he did, because we have all been watching that dude make football skits for quite a while, channeling our emotions week in and week out. That dude, I don't think that dude ever sleeps either. He's got 2 cats and 2 dogs to take care of, and yeah, he's making YouTube videos left and right every day. So it's really something. I literally just created a Twitter with a fake name and a fake email account just so I can keep track of the NFL Honors hashtag. Oh, we're back. The Fat City Horns? Oh, they're going to do a musical thing, I think. Oh, they're just announcing them. Probably nobody because it's super expensive. Breakfast time. Janelle Monáe, Deion Sanders. They're about to announce Defensive Player of the Year. Who are the candidates again? I imagine TJ Watt's got to be one of them. Not Rookie of the Year, but just Defensive Player of the Year. Happy to meet Deion. So excited. Meet you too. The one and only Janelle Monáe. Where's the humor supposed to be in this? I'm sorry. I swear I remembered the candidates, but I drew a blank on them. But I'll tell you right now, my prediction is the edge rusher from the Cleveland Browns to win this. That's my prediction. Oh, enough of this. Sorry, that just wasn't funny. I'm not sure what I was supposed to laugh at there. Max Crosby is a candidate. Micah Parsons. Myles Garrett. There's my pick. That's his name. Myles Garrett. That's who I think will win this award. Micah Parsons is a candidate. Let me know who do you guys think will win this award. Let me know in the comments. For the record, I have Myles Garrett. DaRon Bland, the pick six machine for the Cowboys. Max Crosby's there too. You guys got any predictions for this award? TJ Watt's there too. He was the other person I thought might get it too. All right, who's going to get it? Who's going to be? Myles Garrett. I'll try it again. I got it. I'm 2 for 2 on the big awards there. Good for you, Myles Garrett. Bringing home something for the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns had a really good year. They had arguably one of the top defenses in the league. And that carried them after the offense had several injuries. All glory to the most powerful. Yeah. Browns organization, thank you for the belief. High school coach. CJ Cleveland, this one's for you. Good job, Cleveland. Good job, Myles Garrett. Kirk Cousins and Cam Jordan. And Kirk Cousins does have his shirt on for this. In fact, he's all suited up in a gray suit. What are they going to announce here? Defensive Rookie of the Year. But the power's gone out. What's going on? Are they about to... Okay, there's some sort of dancers and some tunes going on. And Kurt and the other guy are acting like they don't know what's going on. And now they're dead. Oh, yep, they're taking their shirts off. The dancers are. I saw this gig coming from a mile away as soon as they announced Kirk Cousins. It's not him directly, but oh boy. Defensive Rookie of the Year. I had a tough time deciding between Witherspoon and Jalen Carter for this one. Because Witherspoon had a really good start. I know that. I think you'd have to give it to Jalen Carter. And we're just looking at like objective performance alone. Will Anderson Jr. is also a candidate. But I think Jalen Carter. If not, then Witherspoon, who they're showing right now. Witherspoon's the player I wanted the Lions to draft at 6, but the freaking Seahawks drafted him right in front of us. And Kobe Turner for the Rams, a defensive lineman. Here's a lower draft pick. Joey Porter Jr., cornerback for the Steelers. I'm actually surprised Porter Jr. fell all the way to the second round. So, good for him for having the year that he did. Will Anderson Jr., all right. I was incorrect that time. He's a really good edge rusher. Generational, like right up there, top 1, 2, 3 draft picks or whatever. Right up there with Aiden Hutchinson. Houston traded a lot of picks to go back up to the draft and get him right after drafting Stroud. This is the second award that the Texans people have taken home tonight. Thank you for the Texans organization. Da-da-da-da. Showing my humility. D-line room. They never thank the agents in these things. But the end of Jerry Maguire, they made sure they did. That's just a random thought I had. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good night. Good job, Will Anderson Jr. I'll be rooting for you in the future. Commercial break. Coming up. All right. So what I'm planning. So after this live stream, I want to do another video where I want to do what I want the Lions schedule to be for this upcoming season, because I have a few thoughts about some of the schedule stuff after the Lions championship game. And then after that, I'll be live streaming the Super Bowl, but I'll be watching the Nickelodeon Bikini Bottom version of it, just because once in a lifetime opportunity. How often can you watch Nickelodeon live stream a Super Bowl? Because it's usually on one of the other 3 channels. And then have as a kid, I watched SpongeBob all the time, and just to see, just for another chance to watch Patrick Star roast another player like he did to Russell Wilson a couple of Christmases ago. Just the funniest stuff. I know it's at Russell Wilson's expense, but, just the randomness and the silliness of it, That's what I'm going to hope for. I'm going to go get a drink. I'll be right back. There's just something magical about the taste or lack thereof of cold water. If you know, you know. Still on commercial break. So offensive rookie of the year, C.J. Stroud. Moment of the year, the C.D. Lamb touchdown. Defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett. Defensive rookie of the year, Will Anderson Jr. That's where we're at so far. We still have MVP to go, coach of the year, offensive player of the year, comeback player of the year, man of the year, and fan of the year. And I'm sure there'll probably be a few other minor ones. One of the minor awards I did get spoiled for me when I looked at social media earlier on accident. So I'll let you know when that happens. Bud Light Celebration of the Year. Tommy DeVito. His Italian heritage. I could see if that won it. Hey, Tommy DeVito. I'm Italian. Wait, was that the winner? I guess it was. That's the only other one they said. The guy sitting to his right just staring blankly into the camera like that. Very creepy. It's like, host is sitting next to him like, funny. Funny. Oh, they're doing that bit from that one movie. The movie about the gangsters with Ray Liotta. Goodfellas. They're doing the Goodfellas bit. Took me a second there. Oh, God. Roger Goodell. Roger Goodell and a bunch of other people are going up there. Drew Brees and somebody else. Boo! Roger Goodell, boo! Go back to your evil lair and start laughing maniacally at Sheila Ford Hamp or whatever it is you do. History trivia. Setting up the Walter Payton Man of the Year. Frank Ragnow of the Lions is a candidate. All right, 32 nominees. I'll try to name them off as I see them. One player from each team is nominated. I know Frank Ragnow for the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes for the... Frank Ragnow for the Lions, Patrick Mahomes for the Chiefs. Mahomes is who I predict is going to win, even though I don't think he deserves it after the way he yelled at the refs after the Bills lost in the regular season. They're not showing any of the names of these people talking, but if you're watching, then you kind of know, I guess. There's Frank Ragnow with the fishing. Frank Ragnow in the offseason hosts like a virtual online fishing show. If you watch Hard Knocks, then you probably got a glimpse of it. So, I smell something funny with Roger Goodell here. He has some sort of plot. My theory, he's going to give the Walter Payton Man of the Year award to Frank Ragnow, hoping that it'll motivate him to retire, and that would hurt the Lions. Frank Ragnow, if you want to retire, that's up to you. That I respect it, whether you do. I hope you still come back and help the Lions win the Super Bowl. But you gotta do you. So, and I hope Ragnow wins it. But my spider sense is tingling with Roger Goodell here. I don't know. Maybe I just am Oh, now hard cut to commercial break. The universe must have heard me and was like, okay, shut up, Oren. But yeah, they already named moment of the year against the Lions in the Cowboys game, which the Lions lost in a controversial way, which they should have won. And that's the NFL's way of saying, well, maybe you shouldn't have given up this touchdown pass, then you would have won the game. It's like, yeah, no kidding. But Derek Barnes had his moment in the postseason game against Tampa Bay, where he got that game-ending interception and was like, yeah. So I bring up Barnes because if you don't know, Dak Prescott evaded a sack from Derek Barnes blitzing when he got that pass off. There's a commercial with Peyton Manning and Toby Keith or whoever it is. But like I said, are they going to announce the winner of the award right after this? Because if they do, my official prediction for Walter Payton Man of the Year is Patrick Mahomes. It's like knowing me, knowing how much they like to make Brandon Perna angry, and that's good sports. He'll get it even despite him throwing a temper tantrum to the refs earlier in the season. Still on commercial break. Still haven't seen Fan of the Year yet here, so. Still on commercial break. And I'm still snacking between steamed broccoli and popcorn. Because that's how I roll. Sounds of the season. What is this? Just a bunch of celebrations. We're in 4-down mode. Dan Campbell said it. Puka Nacua. Diana Flores. And Tyreek Hill. So they're announcing a flag football award or something? Do they mean at the Pro Bowl? Or is this another league? Where am I looking? Flag football's growing faster. A new talent world of opportunity. Flag football players of the year, first ever. Oh, a kids competition. Allison Ryder, who looks like she's wearing Jets gear, wins it. So good for her. I didn't know this award existed, so now I do. And Ryder Nochi, they both win it. Fan of the year. There's a lot of them. Tom Grossi wins it. Tom Grossi won it. Yes! Good job, Tom. I'm proud of you. Max Crosby's about to say something, but Cos gave me a standing ovation. Max Crosby just butchered whatever it is he was trying to set up. But I think Tom Grossi is taking the stage. Yep. Wow. He loves the Bears. Both hate the Vikings. He does hate the Vikings. Finalist for Coach of the Year. And yes, I'm predicting Dan Campbell wins this. The sound audio is cutting out. D'Amico Ryans. Come on. John Harbaugh is a candidate too. Best team in the regular season, the Ravens. Kyle Shanahan's a candidate too. Kevin Stefanski, head coach of the Cleveland Browns. Kevin Stefanski and D'Amico Ryans also deserve it, but I think Dan Campbell's got. Here we go. He's got big balls, Jared Goff says. Yep, Dan Campbell. Rah! Locker room celebration. Grossi and this other guy's going to announce the winner. Kevin Stefanski wins it. Tom's just laughing at his error. He had to. Dang it. Campbell didn't get it, but I understand why, I guess. All right. Sorry, Dan. Sorry. Ben Johnson's still up for assistant coach of the year, though. He has a high chance to get that award, I think. And we're on commercial break. Yep, I'm really happy Tom won Fan of the Year. I'm kind of bummed that Dan Campbell didn't win Coach of the Year. It is what it is. But yeah, everybody in the NFL community definitely knows who Tom Grossi is by now, for sure. Definitely a very cool moment. Highlight of his NFL fandom, for sure. And I bet Perna's probably freaking out in happiness on his live stream right now about this. So, and how I first learned about Tom Grossi, it was the NFL draft, the 2022 NFL draft a couple of years ago. And I was really into trying to figure out why Brad Holmes traded up as much as he did to get Jameson Williams, because he was a player I was not expecting him to draft at the time. And the Lions YouTubers were not making sense of it in that moment. But then I just kind of kept Googling Jameson Williams or whatever. And then I discovered Tom's it was like a Packers fan's reaction to the Lions drafting Jameson Williams. It was like, why would the Packers care about it? And then I realized, he suspects that the Lions and the Vikings are colluding against the Packers by taking the wide receiver that he really thought the Packers really wanted. And he was just like really reacting. He's like, oh my God, if the Lions draft Jameson Williams after trading up, I am going to be very mad. And then they did. And he's like, no! This is the Vikings' fault, you purple incarnation of Satan bastards. Like just yelling in his authentic New York accent voice. And I was hooked since then. It was like, oh, yes. And I watched that video whenever I needed to cheer myself up and all that. And then he had a similar video this last year when the Lions traded with the Packers to get Brian Branch. And it was similar stuff. But yeah, that caught my attention with him, and I just kind of I discovered his content, like random fans, like a Packers fan's reaction to this past season, or a Vikings fan's reactions. He does it with all the fans, and he captures their emotions of the week-to-week stuff accurately. So. And I imagine the reasons I just listed for being a fan of his is the reason why he has a lot of Lions fans watching his channel. And, like a big part of that is, Lions fans for part of this channel. Sorry, this smoking commercial I've seen before, and I'm seeing it again, is distracting me. But yeah, he's an NFL type of person, and we all love him for it, despite rooting for the Packers, him being a Packers fans and all of it. But he's respectful to all the teams except for obviously the Dallas Cowboys because they deserve it. But still more commercials talking about the Chiefs and the Niners. All right, I think we're back. Penn and Teller, two magic people. What is the gimmick behind this, I wonder? A card trick. Sounds like Gruden talking. Audience guest. Roger Goodell, not raising his hand. He's just like, God damn it, what am I doing with this magic trick? So Roger Goodell's going to go into this box where a bunch of cards are going to fly around him, and he's going to grab one. Catching the card in total darkness. His own darkness retreat. This is not a good idea. Frank Ragnow is like looking with in peak interest. King of clubs. They put the curtain over the box. For all I know, he collapsed onto the floor. Paper cuts the dangerous part. They could poke his eye out, too. Whoa. Someone else is in there wearing a King of Clubs robe. It's Barry Sanders. That is random. Yeah. This reminds me of my Shield deck. Kinda. Yeah, keep Barry Sanders. Asking his wife. She's just like, I'll accept that trade. I like this trick. They turned Roger Goodell into Barry Sanders. I can't argue with that. That's a highlight for tonight. Justin Jefferson, and then I missed the other person. I think I won it last year. I dropped it on my foot backstage. Offensive player of the year. My prediction is Tyreek Hill. Dak Prescott's one. He had a very good year as a quarterback. Arguably the best year for the quarterback. One of the top ones. Chris McCaffrey's on. He's the other person I think would get it if not Tyreek Hill. Lamar Jackson showing his highlights. Because he actually has weapons to pass to, so he can pretty much do everything. CeeDee Lamb's there too. He already has the play of the year. There's Tyreek Hill. Christian McCaffrey wins it. There you go. Well deserved. Christian McCaffrey's a great player. I'm surprised he's here. You'd think he'd be getting ready for the Super Bowl. He took a gamble on me, traded for me. Feel so fortunate. Position coach Bobby Turner. All the behind the scenes people, you know who you are. Football's the greatest game on the planet. Wouldn't be up here without you. The host is Rogers not back in his seat. Let's keep it that way. I just like playing for the Jets. Oh, I got booze for that one. Rich Eisen and Tony Gonzalez. What are they going to say now? Ah, the Hall of Fame. All right, we're going to meet the inductees for the Hall of Fame this year. Let's see, it's 2024, so 5 years from that, who would have retired from there? The Rising Up from the Ground. Who would have retired in 2019? Dwight Freeney is one. He's in a Colts uniform. Andre Johnson. That's a name I remember. Middle linebacker. Randy Gradishar. He looks a lot like David Letterman without the beard. Patrick Willis, 49ers linebacking legend. Steve McMichael. His wife's there to represent him. Devin Hester. A return man. $100. Julius Peppers. I remember him. He played for the Lions for a little bit, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Julius Peppers and Andre Johnson are the two names I definitely know about from this. And we're on commercial break. I'm going to take this opportunity to go to the bathroom. Still on commercial break. I see it. I'm going to finish this brownie I started earlier. It's a commercial with Bobby Wagner and about technology involving, and now they have iPads and stuff. So I can't decide whether or not this NFL Honor Show is more entertaining and satisfying as the one the year before. But then again, the one the year before is, it was very new to me, and like, wow, I had no idea there was an award show for the NFL version. So, and now, in this one, at least I'm seeing that the Lions are getting the highlights, the recognition that they deserve. Like they're part of the opening words or whatever from the host, and they gave them, their respect from that. So none of the Lions have won any awards yet. I know the Cleveland Browns and the Houston Texans have taken home more than one award so far tonight. So, but there's still plenty of time. We might still see Ben Johnson get like the Assistant Coach of the Year award or whatever. Unless they already announced it and I missed it. But like, I feel like they wouldn't gloss over that. You know what I mean? We still got MVP. We still have Man of the Year. Oh, Frank Ragnow could still win Man of the Year as well. We already know who the Fan of the Year is. Angry Runs. Yep, the Good Morning Football co-host likes to do this Angry Run section where he's like, yeah, President Kelly, I'm going to hand out these awards and I'm going to be very hardcore about it. Here we go. Oh, yeah, we still have Comeback Player of the Year award, too. Kyle Brand. This is the segment I remembered last year, too. Nastiest run. Josh Allen is 4. Angriest run of the year. James Conner, Arizona Cardinals is the nominee. He's got 3. Did you really have to do that to Patrick Beaton? Ah. Zach Charbonnet. Oh, I remember this one. Yep. Against the Panthers. You did it for pleasure. You wanted to. Najee Harris. Five Scepters. Ah. He like stepped on the guy out of the way like twice. A Seahawks player. Najee Harris gets it. He gets the Golden Scepter. Boom. Jim Brown awards most rushing yards. Christian McCaffrey gets it. They just kind of glossed over that award too. Gail King, CBS Mornings. Honestly, last year when they did that segment, I thought it was to kind of get back from the sentimental space that they were at with the Damar Hamlin thing, because it was all like, "Oh, we're glad you're alive, Damar Hamlin," and then they had to change the tone again with that, and then they get back to the host. That's why I thought they did it last year. This time, I think they just kind of put it in randomly. I have no idea what this person is talking about right now. Roger Goodell's back. Gosh darn it. Something about Hawaii. Wildflowers or wildfires in Hawaii. They found hope in the football team. The Lunas. We're getting like a featured documentary-ish story on this team, the Lunas. There's like a giant L off into the hills. Okay, I guess this year they're switching it up. They're starting the Angry Rusher segments first, and now they're doing this sentimental thing after that. I'm just trying to get into the mind of the producers as they formulate the show. I'm sorry. I know it seems like I'm kind of indifferent towards this story, but like I'm a former journalist, and I kind of get desensitized toward like captivating like feature stories like that, because I've written about them and I have to look at them from the point of view of a reporter from that. So like seeing stuff like this, I just like think about it from a completely different perspective than like what everybody else would. So it's not meant to offend anybody if I am, but because I'm just thinking about like how they're organizing these segments and not like the the tragedies and the hope that it's bringing up. Yeah, it is a good uplifting story for sure. I genuinely mean that. They're participating in the coin toss at the Super Bowl. That is rad. That's really cool. Oh, they're here tonight. Awesome. They're getting a standing ovation too. Ray Lewis is taking the stage now. Wearing a fedora. Jim Brown. Because he gave us so much. NFL Players Choir to honor everyone the NFL lost this year. Dick Butkus. Oh yeah, the Bears guy. I remember hearing about that. Bud Grant from the Vikings. Fred Miller. Jerry Richardson. Otis Taylor. Norm Snead. John Brockington. Clark Haggans. Carl Weathers. Dave Wilcox. Jim Turner. Homer Jones. Dick Haley. Bob Brown. Johnny Cooks. Ryan Mallett. That appears to be it. May they rest in peace as the choir finishes this song. Oh, there's more. Gil Brandt, Son Dawkins, Larry Campbell, Frank Wycheck, Maxi Bargan. Hopefully I'm pronouncing this right. Johnny Lujak. Tim Foley. Mike Kaddish. Russ Francis. May they all rest in peace. Walt Garrison. Conrad Dobler. Eddie Meador. DJ Hayden. Ed Budd. Vince Tobin. Norman Hunt. May they all rest in peace. And we cut to commercial break. I'll be right back. Still on commercial break. What all do we have left to go? MVP, comeback player of the year. Yeah, let me look at here. Offensive rookie, we got that. Yeah, let's recap what we have so far. Offensive rookie of the year went to CJ Stroud. The moment of the year went to the Lamb touchdown. I don't know why I included that. Defensive player of the year is Myles Garrett. Defensive rookie of the year, Will Anderson Jr. NFL fan of the year, Tom Grassi. That's probably the highlight of the night so far, in my humble opinion. NFL coach of the year, Kevin Stefanski for the Cleveland Browns. Offensive player of the year, Christian McCaffrey. So, oh yeah, and Walter Payton, man of the year. So, still have a few awards left to go. They'll probably save MVP for last, but I think we all have a good idea who's going to get that one. Just waiting patiently now for the rest of the stuff to happen. Just checking my email. Oh, I should check my new Twitter, see what's going on. Oh yeah, the Kirk Cousins thing that happened. I guess that's the thing. That's the thing that's appears to be trending so far. Dan Campbell just got robbed. He's coach of the year in my book as they show a gift of him going, yeah. Art Rooney Award for Sportsmanship, narrated by Richard Sherman. Looks like Bobby Wagner got it, I guess. Oh, Michael Vick's up there. Comeback player of the year. I think they're about to announce it. My prediction for this is Damar Hamlin. Kind of seems like an obvious Joe Flacco. They're saying him there. I think after what happened to Damar Hamlin last year, it's kind of a gimme in my opinion. Tua Tagovailoa. Yeah, he was Mr. Concussions last season, so Damar Hamlin. Matthew Stafford. He had a good year. He was injured quite a bit last year. Baker Mayfield as well. He had a really good season. He was a tough out for a lot of teams. Joe Flacco gets it. All right. That one was a super shock to me there, but, I could see how he would deserve it, Stepping in for the Browns when they needed to, I guess. Her wife really is beautiful. She kind of looks like Amy Adams, actually. She really appreciated the shout out there. It's like, that's 3 Cleveland Browns awards. So Cleveland's having a big night. This person speaking has like a butterfly dress. It's like the dress is made out of butterflies. Changemaker Award. MVP legends now. Oh, okay. So they're cutting a commercial break, and then they're going to announce the MVP. So that's coming up. Next season, no, the Lions don't play the Cleveland Browns. I like to imagine the next time the Lions play the Browns while Dan Campbell is the coach and Kevin Stefanski is the coach, he's going to really want to clobber them. Because I don't think Dan Campbell will ever admit it, but I really think he wants that Coach of the Year award. So I'm not seeing this award pop up. Maybe I missed it, or maybe it's like an award that didn't make the cut of the show, or they just announced the winner before the show. But I'm just going to go ahead and say what I saw. So it was the Block of the Year award, the best block of the year, and Craig Reynolds earned it, the award, during the game in Tampa back in Week 6 on the Amon-Ra St. Brown touchdown based off of Craig Reynolds' block. And that was the winner. I just figured I might as well just reveal that now because I don't see them saying anything about it lately. So they must have announced that at some point. The Salute to Service Award is what they're talking about here. Joe Cardona has it, so good for him. The host is back. MVP coming up. Miles Teller. The actor Miles Teller is coming out to present this award. Lamar Jackson's my prediction for this. Dak Prescott's a candidate. Brock Purdy's a candidate. Lamar Jackson's a candidate. Josh Allen's a candidate. The Buffalo Bills really They had an interesting season. They started off very mid, and then they fought their way all the way up to the being the number 2 seed in the AFC. So, Josh Allen, a big reason for that. Lamar Jackson wins it. Lamar Jackson wins MVP. His second one of his career. Right after he signs his contract extension. The year after that. He deserves it. Thanks, Jesus Christ. Love you. I missed the joke. Sorry. Shouting out everybody on the Ravens. That's all, folks. Air Player Brock Purdy Award. And McCaffrey Ground Player. Oh, because they led their leagues in the stat for that or whatever. So the only award I left to think of is the Walter Payton Man of the Year award, unless I missed who got it. And Twitter is like, oh, yep, Lamar Jackson won. Still, the Kirk Cousins thing is the thing trending. Yeah, people are upset that Flacco got it over Damar Hamlin. Here's a tweet I'm reading. Damar Hamlin died on the field and fucking Flacco got comeback player of the year for coming back from his fucking couch. This is fucking ridiculous. And then a bunch of hashtags. So, yeah. I kind of get it for like that sort of reasons there. So, but part of winning that award is you got to play really good too. So, and Damar Hamlin, like he came back, but like he didn't do anything like really noticeable on the field. So, but yeah, like he came back from, cardiac arrest from late last season. And I'm glad he's still there, but like, did he make the all pro team? You know what I mean? So the honor show is not over yet. Man of the year. Here we go. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex. I love how you stole rugby from us. Why not take a breather? 15 seconds. I get it. I get it. Another feature story about this person. Cam the Man Hayward. That's who that feature was about. Yep, Cameron Hayward's the Walter Payton Man of the Year. He's getting teary-eyed and emotional talking about his story. I also missed it too, apparently, but I just looked it up, and apparently the assistant coach of the year award went to Jim Schwartz of the Cleveland Browns, and not Ben Johnson. Former Lions head coach. And they're concluding. Good night. All right. That's pretty much it. all that's left now is pretty much the Super Bowl. So, I'm really just happy to be here with as far as the Detroit Lions go. So the Detroit Lions won the NFC North and they won 2 home playoff games. So we Lions fans are proud of them. So, and I realized that none of the Lions won any of the big awards, but a lot of them were nominated for a lot of the awards. So that's something you can't take away from there. So Brad Holmes won Executive of the Year, and Craig Reynolds won the Block of the Year. So, and then a bunch of other people got nominated for a bunch of other stuff, which is a lot of progress compared to the years and in the past. And we got a shout out from the host in the opening monologue talking about how successful we were this year. So even before they got to talking about Travis Kelce's social life. So and definitely the highlight of the year is Tom Grassi, or of this is Tom Grassi winning Fan of the Year. I'm genuinely happy for him that he got that because he definitely has earned it. I watch him probably around the same amount of time that I watch the Lions. So he just makes the football viewing experience that much more enjoyable in ways that I never would have imagined like 5 years ago from now, just from paying attention to the NFL stuff. So that was interesting to watch there. So not a whole lot of surprises from like a lot of the awards though. So a couple of them, but not a whole lot. So I kind of get it, like why the people won the awards that they did. So that was fun. And I love the bit where Roger Goodell got turned into Barry Sanders with the club card. So definitely good for definitely something someone like me would very much enjoy watching there. So all right, I'm probably going to do a video about what I think the Detroit Lions schedule should be for next year, what I want to see happen, and I'll explain why, because that's kind of the thing I've been thinking about the most. I know the draft stuff has been going on, is underway, but and then I'll live stream the Super Bowl, but I'll do it like the Nickelodeon version of it, because that's just a rare opportunity that I can't miss. So I know it's been a while, like a week and a half or so, but I'm back. Probably that's after the Super Bowl. That'll probably be it for me for a while, unless I really feel the urge to get back on, because I'm going to try to focus on other things in my life right up until April when the NFL draft gets nearer and nearer. And then, we'll go from there. So until next time, go Lions, one pride.